Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry, I haven't told anybody that we're doing this. Did you know that we're doing this? I forgot to tell people that we're doing it, so maybe we're not going to get anybody here, or maybe it's better. We'll only go for an hour. I'm so tired. I went out and got a pizza. I went out and got a pizza. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Look at how great I look. I'm not sure I look so great. Hello, Andy. Hello, Andy. Everybody sign in. I've got my ear is cracking. I've got tinnitus. And my ear is cracking. And I'm a little bit tired. And the place it's so messy here. You can't tell. You can't tell how messy it is. I trimmed my hair, so I've trimmed my hair. It's still not January. It's still not January 18th. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's still not January 18th. What did I do? What did I do? Um, okay. Thank you, everyone. Welcome. 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 I'm a bit of a mess. I'm a bit of a mess. I'm a bit of a mess. I've also decided my hair, there's something wrong with my hair. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe I should comb it. Maybe I should brush it. Let me brush it. I'll be right back. Everybody, make sure we go onto the onto Lewis Schaffer.co. Fantastic. Hello, 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 Andy. Hello, Andrew Rubin. Hello, Janice. 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 Okay, which I know now is a joke. Thank you. Thank you. Vatanai is here. And Joodles, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joodles. And beautiful, 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 beautiful Claire. Claire without the I. Claire. She's here too. Let's make all the girls jealous. Let's make them all envious. I went out. I'm a bad boy. I'm a bad boy. I was so good today. I've been good for 5 days with my diet. And then I mentioned having a pizza, and I went out and got a pizza. Here's the box. Am I allowed to show the box? I went out and had a pizza, and in the process of having a pizza, I've gotten fat again. I don't know how it happened. At the exact same time I ate the pizza, I got fat. But basically 92 grams of carbs. But what I did was, I don't know if you can see it. It's actually not the best pizza, but it's a pizza and it's quite good. Can you see that? I'm not advertising this, but look at how much that costs. How can you say no to that? A pizza, pepperoni and cheese. And I added a bit of cheese on it. It took me 10 minutes to cook it. 10 minutes to cook it. I should have put it in the air fryer. I've got an air fryer on Facebook. If you look for air fryers on Facebook, put all messages on if you haven't already. I've got the live chat. Joodles. Thank you, Joodles. Thank you. John Van Dam is here. So, and I went out and I ate the pizza, but I cut the crust off. So here's the pizza. Here is the pizza. Can we see the pizza? Here's the pizza. And I cut the crust off. Here's the crust. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. But here we go. So I cut this off. I cut this off. Can you see I cut around? I cut around the pizza. Pizza, people said, Lewis, what is your favorite food? I don't want to say pizza, but I could say pizza. Jedster is here. Have you thought about asking the Backyard Club to reinforce their stage for you? Yeah. That's what happened. Now, that's what happened. I don't know how many calories I've had. I should check. You guys don't care about any of this stuff. Good for you, Lewis. Pizza is the nectar of the gods. It is amazing. It has all, especially a pepperoni pizza. It has all the things you want in life. It's got the cheese melted. It's got pepperoni. Who knows what's in pepperoni? Okay. Who invented pepperoni? I think the Americans invented the concept of pepperoni. I should read. I read that before. Pizza for you, pizza for me, pizza for all, pizza for tea. Yeah, it's so good. And so this is how easy it is to be bad. But now here's the thing. Here's what happened. And then I also had 2 oranges. So that's 200 grams of oranges. Is it better this way? Anyway. Claire, it was my birthday last Saturday. Happy birthday. I've eaten olives and drank wine and brandy for 3 days. I feel effing marvelous. And you should, because you're beautiful. You're beautiful. You have the love of Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer loves you. I love you, Lewis Schaffer. Okay, last time I take fentanyl. Fentanyl. Okay, probably was Claire. And he says, you are what men want. Probably it's true. So I put it in my machine here. And if I don't eat any more for today, I was going to go out afterwards. I was going to go walking to burn it off, which you can't really burn it off. You can't. I said, you know what? This is what I said. I lied to myself. I said, I'm only going to have half of the pizza. I'm only going to have half of the pizza. I'm only going to have half of the pizza. And I didn't have the entire pizza. But I cut off the edges and I threw it in the rubbish. I'm not going to go into the rubbish to get it. Who invented bologna? I hate it that you can't really get it in the UK. It's called mortadella. You have that here. It's called mortadellas. Bologna is mortadella. What is the difference between mortadella and bologna? That's a good question. I'll look that up. Do you mind if I look that up? What is the difference between
whatever happened?
I'm only going to have half.
I didn't open my mail for a year.
What? And
next thing you know, I'm in court.
I didn't have the entire pizza.
You know, I couldn't open
it. But I cut off
the edges.
I was psychologically blocked from opening it.
And I've got
Who
to
invented bologna? I hate
it. See what it
that
says.
you can't
I mean,
really
you could
get
mortadella
it.
is the
It's
Italian
called mortadella
of America.
You have that
bologna.
here. It's called
mortadella.
Bologna is mortadella.
What is
the
mortadella?
Mortadella and bologna. That's a
recently seen on GB.
I'll look that up. Do you mind if I look that up?
Sorry.
Even I have
like a block.
A block.
Whatever.
Things are so bad. They're not that bad. They're not that bad. I'm
sorry.
I'm not bankrupt, you know. But I still have. Sorry. Okay. And peppercorns. They're peppercorns in mortadella, giving it a rich, varied texture and flavor, while bologna is smoother and more uniform, emulsified sausage, often used mixed meats, beef, pork, and chicken, with a milder, homogeneous taste, making bologna the simpler mass-produced relative of mortadella. So it's basically the same. Let's see. Can we buy bologna in the UK? Okay, and the answer is yes, you can buy bologna in the UK. It's generally sold as authentic as mortadella bologna in supermarkets like Tesco's, Panzers, or online. Specialist food rather than American bologna style. It's so you may not be able to, because a bologna sandwich should not have bits of pepper. It shouldn't have bits of pepper in it. I'm sorry. Maybe you're right. You can't buy it in this country. And maybe you can. Maybe you can. Let's see if we can buy it. Anybody know where they can buy it? I don't want to eat it. It doesn't strike me as being that healthy. I used to eat it. I mean, I don't know. Do other people eat it? That's what we used to have, a bologna sandwich on Arnold bread. Arnold bread. It was like bread is delicious. Hey, Darklands is here. Beautiful, beautiful Darklands. Darklands is here. She says hi all. Keith More Than Conquer says mortadella is good. Bologna is bologna. Yeah, well, I said, what about bologna? What about chopped liver? This is an honor to be in your chat. Thank you very much, Andy. Okay, yep, I see and hear you. It's still not January 18th. Did the... Oh, I see. I see what the problem is. I see. Let me see if I can change the stream. It says what? It says the 18th. It says the 18th. Sorry. Because I can't see that part of the stream. Here we go. Okay. Is it changing now? And then I'll go here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go change it. I'm sorry, Jules. I'm sorry. We had a bit of a problem because I showed my address in the earlier stream. Don't come and visit me. Please don't come and visit me. Don't come and visit me. Don't come and visit me. Not that anybody would want to come and visit me. I would take you home if you came and visit me. It says January 19th. Lewis Schaffer. You know what? I made a mistake too. I'm going to have to change this here because it says fridge chat. Let me just change it here. Fridge chat. Can you see that here? Okay. Vatanai says Waldo's Ristorante in Church Street, Cardiff. Spent hours there instead of studying. I bet you could buy that there. Yeah. Hey, Lewis. This is a surprise. I thought you weren't streaming. Good man. Yeah. I thought I was. I didn't say. I mean, what happened was normally I register the chat so for it goes on, but instead there was a bit of a slight emergency because I doxed my name. And hey, Lewis, this is a surprise. I thought you. Okay, thank you very much, Streaky Bacon. Last thing a star wants is a visit. Yeah, I mean, and the fact if I do want a visit, I can't be seen as one. Of course I want a visit. I want to have sex with all you girls and hug all you guys. Maybe have sex with you guys too. I want that. But if it makes it seem like I want it, then suddenly I'm a creep. Suddenly I'm that way. Anyway, so Jedster is here. And not just in the stream. I deleted it. Too many nutters. There are too many nutters. Yeah, look, they killed. I'm not saying I'm one of those people, but look who they killed. They could kill anybody. They could suddenly wake up. I'm going on Mike Graham's stream on Thursday. I didn't put it in my calendar, but I'm going to put it in my calendar right now. Mike Graham. Do you guys watch Mike Graham? This is a great way to understand big numbers. It takes 11.6 days to count to 1 million. To count to 1 billion would take 30.6 years. That is a good way. It's 1,000 times 11, which is, am I right about that? Actually, it's quite possible. Yeah, that's very interesting. Thank you, Andrew, for that. You're a big star and you need protection from me. Thank you, Andrew. I need your big, strong arms to protect me from you. Suddenly, perhaps you should have a female-only stream. Maybe I should. But then, I can't make all the women happy, and that's why, Vat and I, we need you to make the women happy. Keith, to make the women happy. I try to make all the women happy. I talk a good game about make the women happy. You might be jealous or envious of me with the other women. Someone's visiting. Who is here? He's done earlier. Who is this? I don't know. Is this A or B? Now imagine we give the NHS at least 187 billion quid a year, Rubes. Yeah, that tells you how much money it is. Hi, I didn't think you'd be home this early. Is it fine? How is the thing? Nod your head. Was it okay? Was there anybody famous there? No?
Poets. Who knows who modern poets are, you know?
Modern poets. That's horrible. That's horrible. Anyway, can you hear me? Can you see me, everybody? I guess you can. Oh, I'm going on Graham's YouTube Brecky show. Yeah, he says around midday on this Plank of the Week thing. Have you seen this thing? Everybody's got a YouTube channel. What I like about this YouTube channel is it's very intimate. We're a very intimate channel.
You know what they're doing at the Horniman?
No, what are they doing? They're tearing it down.
They're adding a cafe into the rink at the bottom of the hill. And they're tearing down trees, and they've torn out 3 trees, big ones that they didn't have planning permission for.
Down at the basketball court at the bottom of the hill.
What was a tennis rink? Oh, sorry, a football. It was, you know, the one.
Yeah, football. Yeah.
Building site.
They're building a building down at the
was telling me
Ornament.
because they're these parts of a community group where they're complaining about them.
I used to be involved in all of this stuff. They don't care. These people don't care.
Maybe you could get involved.
I don't.
They're saying they're saying they've been invited onto ITV, but no one wants to go. They're scared. Maybe that could be you.
How can they not want to do it, producer? That's horrible. Did you hear this? Did you listen to this about the Horniman Museum? Have they cut down 3 trees already?
Yeah, ones they didn't have planning permission for.
They didn't have planning permission. Yeah. Horniman, he was a slaver, wasn't he? A slaver. No, I don't. I love the Horniman Museum. That's horrible.
That's all I know about it.
Okay, they're building a cafe down there. Isn't there a cafe at the Horniman?
Yeah.
Where is the cafe? In the basement?
At the Horniman?
Where?
No, it's on the outside.
Oh yeah, you go to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's another one. Maybe it's a restaurant. Daniel said cafe.
You know what? People used to call me about this because I was the major one. Anyway, we can talk about this later. This is horrible. Yes, seller. I'm sure we will all be fine. Vatanite says, I'm the Ron Jeremy of the Southwest. I love Ron Jeremy, and I think the way they've treated him is horrific. And I know someone's going to yell at me because I'm supporting him and he's a bad person. But Ron Jeremy, I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He was so ugly and so fat and so bloated. And that it was so funny. Getting started, your mental health assessment, Vatanite. You might need the report. I don't know what I've missed. I've missed a little bit here. I've missed something here. Joodles is very, very helpful. Very helpful. Ron's penis is only 6 inches. Is that right? Well, 6 inches is still above average, slightly. I think it's what is the average penis? I mean, mine is like something like that. Okay, it'll be a mosque in 5 years' time. Team World is operating in Nunhead. This isn't Nunhead. It's the Horniman. Is the Horniman in East Dulwich? I mean, it's East Dulwich all over. It's a huge place because people want to claim it's in East Dulwich. Sorry, I'm not the Ron Jeremy of the Southwest. I mean, like not is the word we should have added. Depends on, some people tell me Ron, that's what they say, that Ron was a bad guy. Lewis, you're not going to tie yourself to trees again, are you? I don't know where I have the energy. I'm building up. Have you noticed I have a bit more energy than I've had in the past? 5 inches is average. This is what they say. This is what they say among white people, I guess. Museums that are holding anything from before Islam will be trashed if they gain power here. Yes, that's true. That is true. That is true. They're going to have to hide the stuff away. And a lot of it will be destroyed. It's a really sad thought. That's maybe the reason I'm so upset about this thing. I care about stuff more than I care about people. C1 is the chill son. Yeah, basically, he's the chill son. Yeah. Mine is 38 centimeters. That's 15 inches. Yeah, you, says Judel. She's skeptical. She is skeptical. My pee is my hobby, says Andy. Okay, thank you, Andy. I do appreciate that. This they're both good sons, you, Janice. They're both good. This is the older, this is the younger son. This is the older son. This is son C1. This is the producer. That's horrible, Columbus. Sorry, whatever your name is. That's horrible. That's really bad.
Maybe you could message Daniel's mum and get the details about it.
Is that considered Nunhead, that area? That's right on the border.
Yeah, it's like
It's not Nunhead. No, it's East Dulwich.
I think it's Lewisham.
No, it's Lewisham. Oh no,
Is it?
Oh, Forest Hill.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's Forest Hill. It's not East Dulwich. It's Forest Hill. I'm going to find out where in the Horniman Museum. It's in Forest Hill. It's on 100 London Road. What are they doing? Let's see what they're doing. The Horniman Museum. Cutting down trees at the Horniman Museum. 3 days ago. Let's see what this is. Is it? No, you know where it is. It's not down there in the basketball court. I don't think. New bins. Maybe this is not the right video. I don't know what this is. We're finding this out right now.
It is down there. Daniel showed me pictures.
Is it down where we used to play football down at the base of the hill, like when we went sliding?
Yeah. We were talking about
It wasn't at the top.
Yeah, Daniel sent me a picture out of it all covered in snow from years ago.
Was he? I don't see what it says.
Well, don't search the trees part. Just put Horniman Cafe, new cafe. Keep it simple.
Horniman. Okay, I'm going to keep it simple. Horniman.
Keywords. New cafe.
Okay. Doesn't have anything here. For something that's even somebody's talking about. Catering company Colici.
They're having a restaurant.
It's not here, Columbus. You want to just... You remember how much time we spent there?
Mm.
Remember what a good father I used to be before you found out about me? I don't know what it means. What does it mean? Do women actually go, are your mods still on strike, Lewis? Probably reporting you as not paying national minimum wage. Probably. Do we need mods? Do I need a mod to look after you people? I don't think I do.
You can go for a walk next time you're on your walk.
Yeah.
Go to the Horniman.
I'll have to go to the Horniman.
Daniel sent me a picture of it. It's a construction site.
Well, he should send it to me. Why don't you send it to me? Yeah. Are you allowed to do that? Not sure. Go for it. It's the same right to terminology. kids do not inject. Okay. Why don't you go down there tomorrow and give them a piece of your mind? Don't forget to record it though. I do. That's what I did. I was fighting for the cemeteries to prevent English graves from being dug up to bury more
You
people.
didn't care about that.
I did care. I cared about the trees and the old graves.
I think it's along the path. I just.
Is this that old building up here where they do the historic things?
No, he said it's the football pitch at the bottom.
I can't tell where this is. Where's the tree they cut down? Kermit can look after me. And I want you, Joodles, to look after me too. Bin talking isn't working for me. Where's the...
That's the path at the very bottom of the Horniman.
At the very bottom.
So going along
and what is this building here?
That's their new cafe.
Oh, this is the path. They cut down all these trees. Oh, I see what they did. And this is like where the train tracks were in here.
Evil.
Have you become like me, Columbus? Don't be like me.
No, I'm giving you something to.
Are you
focus
being
on.
like me?
I'm hoping that you'll get like obsessed with it, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be like a good diversion.
Lewis, a mod is a British style, really. A mod. I want to be a rocker. I saw that movie Quadrophenia when I was about 18 years old or 17 years old. And I didn't appreciate it or like it. It just seemed so bleak. It was like British movies at that time. A horny man to get noticed needs to have more than a 5, says Paul. I mean, yeah, women like I guess they do. It's not really super that important to them. If they like the way, didn't we discuss this before? Women, the black pill says that women want a really good-looking guy. They want a good-looking guy in the face. I mean, they might like an okay look. I mean, someone might find me good-looking. How does this become good-looking? How? But to some women, it might temporarily. Subbuteo is an intellectual pun because they wanted to call it hobby football, but the name was taken. Subbuteo is the Latin name for the bird of prey. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about there. I leave the stream for a second and I lose everything. I don't know what we're talking about. Claire says, my grandfather from Limerick went and killed Nazis at the age of 14, came back, and his grave was discreted. A total waste of energy. Desecrated, you mean? Yeah, well, that's what they wanted to do. That's what they were doing. That's what they did in Camberwell Cemetery. They did that in Camberwell Cemetery. They went and they dumped rubbish. I don't want a cup of tea, thank you. They went and they dumped rubbish in the cemetery. In the cemetery. And then they said, oh, we're cleaning up the rubbish. And they cut down hundreds of trees in this like 1.2 or 2 acre site. And then they said, whoa, we've got congressional war graves underneath there. This was the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. A bunch of liars. Horrible people. Horrible people. Maybe they're not liars. I don't know if I can remember how they're liars. They were just horrible people. And that's when I realized that the major institutions in this world you cannot trust. You look at that. I remember meeting with the Church of England, Southwark Department, whatever. And he just seems so honest. I don't remember the guy's name. I don't give a damn about him. I hope he's dead. I don't hope he's dead. But oh my God, this is too much. I am too much. But what happened in the cemetery at Camberwell Old Cemetery and New Cemetery, just like we don't care. We do not care. We don't care about the forests that are there. We don't care about the graves that are there. We don't care that we promised that we were going to bury people indefinitely. Okay? We don't care. I know we made leave whatever it is, R.I.P. forever. No, we don't care. We're digging up the graves. You can't dig up the graves, but there are soldiers who are buried there. And they go, oh, there's soldiers that are buried there. So, what we'll do is we'll put monuments, we'll put memorials where we guess they would be, What about their families who are buried there? We don't care about their families. We're just going to put up these graves. But the Commonwealth War Grave Commission will go to the end of the earth to bury an English soldier in Uganda, Rwanda, Malaya, wherever it is, they'll go. But what about a poor Southwark soldier, a poor loser Southwark soldier buried in our own backyard? Did they put the memorials that they have up there? They're not really gravestones. They're memorials, I think. They wouldn't put one of those things up for those people. Councils contain scum who actively hate us, our history, and our heritage. I can honestly say this. A lot of those people, it's their history. It's their heritage, too. They don't care. They're just working for the council. They're making money. They don't care. It's that York University people. People up at York University, they're studying cemeteries because they want to make money. They can't build housing on cemeteries, I think. But they can reuse the cemeteries by taking away the headstone. I'm getting a bit passionate about this. He taught me to play chess, Claire says, fish and grow vegetables at the age of 5. He was a proper man. Yeah, my father was in the military too, and my grandfather too. I mean, that's what we haven't had in this country. We don't know who our enemy is. We're letting our enemies into this country. Statistically, this is the most depressed day of the year. So I've joined the live to cement this fact. It is, but it's brighter that you're here. It's brighter that you're here. Everybody is here. You're making the world brighter. Is it a bad day, producer? I think it is. Vatanai says, he's talking to Joodles. Yes, in the surgery, a few patients coming in with coughs and UTIs. No home visits yet. Well, do you tell them do you say, I know you think you have to cough, but Lewis Schaffer says you don't have to cough, and coughing just makes it worse. Just stop coughing. Stop coughing and take a warm bath and get into bed. That's how you stop being sick. Rest. Have you ever noticed that the evil mofo never die? Why is Biden still alive? Is he barely alive? Schwab, I guess he's still alive too, Paul says. Davos is soon. All the undead will be there. Yeah, well, why do successful people live longer? Why is that? That's a good question. Answer that question, Paul. I don't know if U.S. government funding is different, says Andrew Rubin, but in the U.K. it needs reforming if the councils don't spend their money allocation and more than funding is cut. And then the funding is cut. What sort of system is that? Well, it is not completely like the system in this country. This system, people don't collect their own taxes. In America, cities and states collect revenue, and the U.S. government, in theory, shouldn't be giving them any revenue, but they do. But so basically, they have their own. York is famous for archaeology. You don't mean for that grave studies. I was there in the 1990s. I'm saying York is famous not for graves, for cemeteries, and how to make a business out of it. Very, very modern. How to take old cemeteries and fool the people, to let the people's graves be dug up and the trees that have grown upon them, preserving these graves, be cut down. That's York University. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Never a bad day when you wake up. I guess you're right, yeah. I guess you're right. Well, if you don't wake up, you don't know you haven't woken up, Claire. I love talking to Claire. follow the money. You have to follow the money, exactly. Follow the money. And it's actually inherently racist because these cemeteries do not have places for the Muslims because Muslims cannot be buried in a used cemetery. So all this money is being spent to bury people who want to be buried in Christian ways. At one point, Christian burial was going away. No one needed Christian burial. They did not need it. And then suddenly people started to watch the American movies with these great cemeteries, all the mafia leaders being buried. They thought, I want to be buried this way. I want a great big service. I want a great big stone. I want all my friends and families crying. Salaire is here. The most depressing day, because on this day, people are the most skint in the year. Well, this is, the theory was, I think we read a little bit about this. It could be bull. It could be bull, but the idea is that way. They made a case for it. And once you say this is the most depressing day of the year, people go, yeah, it's a pretty depressing day, Salaire. Anyway. And after Christmas and New Year's and 1 week before payday, it's pretty bad. That's why very few people are buying my Vinted stuff. Lewis, you made it clear as mud. What did I make clear as mud? What did I make clear as mud? Schwab and King Kunta have a special place in the afterlife. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe that's what they're thinking. Maybe the king thinks, you know what? Maybe Christianity isn't the way to go. Maybe Islam is the way to go. Possibly. Maybe that's what he's thinking, Claire. Cemeteries are scary. I mean, I think Camberwell Cemetery is like lovely. I haven't been there in a while. I've been afraid to go there. I used to go there every single day practically. You remember that? Picking up rubbish in the cemetery. Great guy, Lewis Schaffer, great guy. Great guy. PMSL, that's why. That's why. What I just said about him being possibly a Muslim and he thinks maybe Christianity is dead. Christianity will come back. Christianity will come back. I just looked at my phone and I found out that I did have a big piece of pizza, but I'm only up to 1,641 calories, which if I don't eat any more for today, the thing about pizza is for every 100 grams, for every gram you eat of a carb, you need at least 3 grams of water to bind with it to form the something in the body, whatever that is. Thank you very much. I'm not a big fan of Earl Grey tea. Though probably I would like it now. I would like it now because it's got orange in it. But yes, thank you. Streaky Bacon, I appreciate the offer. If you were making an offer, but no, thank you right now. No, thank you. I can't have a cup of tea because it's going to keep me up. I've had 3 cups of tea today. Lewis, there is all milk congealed at the bottom of your glass. Oh, yeah, there is. Oh, yeah, that's gross. Oh, that's actually quite scary. Can you see that? Can you see that? I must have not cleaned it well enough. I've gotten really piggy. I'm sorry. No, what you said about your Vinted not selling because people are skint. That could be why you don't feel as optimistic in this time. You know, people feel really optimistic before Christmas. They gotta buy something. I guess. I don't know. Pizza's good, Darklands. I can't stop at one piece. That doesn't make it good. What reason you can't stop at one piece is because of the carbs. It's sugar. It alerts the body. It tells the body that winter time is coming, like we're apes or gorillas, apes, and we need or bears, polar bears, and we're about to hibernate, and we need to get fat. We need fat to help us last the winter when there's no food, and so we can go into bed. That's why, that's why you can't stop at one piece. That's why in order for us to eat carbs, we have to be super strong. And I know you people are really, really strong people. Are you strong people? I think you're strong people. We need to be strong. And because once you have a bite of a carb, what happens? You want to have more. You want to have more. Okay? So it's like the book that I'm reading, that How to Stop Smoking, which I basically stopped reading. It's like that. It's saying, okay, it's saying you think that cigarettes taste great. Okay? You think that cigarettes taste great, but they don't taste great. You just need them. You know, you're in pain if you don't have a cigarette. You smoke a cigarette, right? And you think, oh, this tastes great. No, it's just like you're just not being hit in the head, is what it is. You're not being hit in the head. I heard someone earlier on another subscription I follow. Well, you follow others than me, Andrew, who came out with a brilliant saying: "The sheep spent its life fearing the wolf, only to be eaten by the shepherd." Oh, okay. And how would you explain that? Explain that. Claire says, having walked between worlds, the King Kunta and the elite have a different world coming to them. As above is so below. As above, so below. And for us, we have a bad world coming for us. I don't know. I don't believe in a future world. I believe this is the world we live in. Earl Grey can make you jittery due to the bergamot. Well, why would it make you jittery, Paul? I hadn't heard that. Bergamot is basically like a lemon or an orange, is it not? Smoking weed will combat the jitteriness, possibly. Possibly. I've heard someone earlier in another subscription I follow. That's what Andrew said. Who is King Kunta, Claire? CBD drinks help for pain, 30 milligrams. It might. But you know what it is? It's like those people who are addicted. Gesundheit.
I'm ill.
Are you ill, really?
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do to be ill? To not be ill? What are you going to do?
Not drink.
Not drink. How about this? Why don't you take a warm bath?
Okay.
It is gay, but it's good. It's good form of gay. Some gay is good. Some parts of gay is good, producer. I told him he should take a warm bath, and he goes, that's gay. I said, but that's what makes gay great, is the warm. You know what else? You know what the best part of being gay is? The men. The men. We fear the immigrants, but our own government that we should fear. That's what makes this thing so bad. Because people who are invading this country.
You're like a terrible immigrant.
Why?
You are like an awful immigrant.
Am I really?
You leech off the state.
I leech off the state.
You know.
That's not true.
You've reached pension age. You've never contributed net, you know, and you suck up the NHS.
That is not true.
I would be careful what you wish for.
Okay, I'm going to tell you why I've been a really good a good one.
Don't make a joke about mum.
No, I'm not going to make a joke about you and your brother. Are you guys collecting benefits? No. Okay, there you go.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Okay, number one.
Fair enough.
Okay. A bath will cure all evils, says Joodles. Listen to Joodles. C1. Yeah. But Andrew Rubin is right. We should fear our own government the way they're treating us. They're much worse. Those people are almost innocent people who are coming to this country. I don't understand being addicted to smoking. A cigar is nice to have, said Paul Yoward, up there in wherever you live, Banbury, whatever, is nice to have, and to not be addicted just to get the pain the next day. Resist, then you keep the joy of smoking. You don't get hooked. Right, exactly. But that's the point I'm making. You're addicted because you smoke enough smoking that if you don't have a cigarette, you feel horrible. That's what makes it so bad. Cats are gay, or they are gay. I used to have 3 cats at one time when I was younger. I was gay. Don't cough, Columbus, number 1. And number 2, you should take a warm bath or a shower. How about a shower?
Leave me alone. I regret saying it.
Okay. The Jedster is here. Hey, Jedster. What did I do? I lost my train of thought reading here. Why aren't you fridge side tonight? You're going to catch C1's cold. No, I don't believe in catching his cold. You know what? That's so interesting that you mentioned that. Most people would see somebody cough and go, oh, I can't be near you. I don't feel that way. And they've tested it out 1,000,000 times. Read what they did with the Spanish flu, how they tested people with the Spanish flu. And it's not catchable because there's no such thing as germs. A really stiff brandy, ginger, lemon, and honey, and a splash of hot water. That's what Claire says.
I would drink that.
Well, do we have any out? You know,
None of those things.
we have that chocolate liqueur.
Yeah, it looks disgusting.
Maybe I'll have some of that. Yeah, I feel it.
No drinking, bad.
Is drinking bad? Can I have a little bit of it? Please.
No.
Please. I'm going to go get it, I think.
No.
Selaire says this. He says, Lewis, I've seen a clip of one of your stand-ups. You were kissing all the men. I reckon you were at least 22% gay. It was a gay day. It was really good. And that's what's good about being gay. I kissed all of the men. Men like you, Selaire. Older, middle-aged, regular men. And they enjoyed being kissed because we as men, we get so little love and attention. We get so little love and attention. And when a man like me, and I am all man, 100% man, when we give a man love, that's very interesting. Thank you. It was you might want to Google that. There are times I've been funny. I don't know if I'll ever be funny again. I don't feel as intellectually alert. And I'm out of shape. You need to be in shape. Comedy is something you can't stop doing. You've got to do it all the time. And you do it in public, and people see it. And I know maybe Dave Chappelle could take away your phones, or Louis C.K., but otherwise, people record stuff. New government proposals, benefits are going to reflect what you've paid into the system. How is that new government? That's what a pension is. It's supposed to be that way. I'm gonna have a little bit. This is the only alcohol I have, this bottle. You'd think it'd be all gone. Anyway. C1 needs to realize his dad is one of the greatest comics ever, Paul says. And Paul knows comedy. No comedy. Here we go. We're pouring this. It's very thick and goopy. I think, is this almost done? It's so thick and goopy. I'm going to put milk in it. It looks like a lot, but okay. Thank you. That's what Paul says. Honor your mother and your father. My dad is a pain, but he is a genius. Like super high IQ. Yeah, so you've got to honor me. Anyway, Claire comes in and says, look behind the government. The king, who is clearly mentally has come up with a net zero open doors policy. Has come up with net zero open doors policy for 30 years. What does that mean? Those are mutually exclusive, net zero. Hold on. Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you go onto Twitter? Can you go to Ko-fi? I'll be back in a second. You want to taste that?
No.
Okay. Okay. Hello all, Marianne is here, back again. Good to see you, Marianne from Peekskill, New York. And she's right. Remember to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, everybody. Thank you, Marianne. What are you doing up there in Peekskill? Is there snow on the ground? What is the weather there? Peekskill has more snow. It's about 50 or 70 miles outside New York, outside Manhattan. Outside Manhattan. It's all the people who escaped. A lot of the people, they escaped New York. It's kind of like Essex or something. A case could be made for a lot of people, but it's also was that old farming place, whatever. Joodles. There would be riots by certain elements of society, says Streaky Bacon. Joodles. What will never work. What did I miss? I can't leave the stream for a second. I've been really bad. Oh my God. This is so good. Can you see this? I added 30 milliliters of double cream. The flat is basically sauna temperature anyway. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, I'm basically leeching off. I mean, I'm not leeching off of. I mean, it costs a lot of money. Not a lot of money. I don't know. I don't even know how much money it would cost just to heat it myself. But I know I wouldn't have it this hot. There's no man that isn't 100% man, Lewis. That's true. Okay, well, getting back to that subject. Yes. 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 I'm not even thinking about that 100% man. I'm thinking about what's in a person's head, thinking that it's good to be a man. That it's good to be a man. These men who are pretending to be women, they don't think it's good to be a man, whatever that means, whatever it means, which makes them crazy. Because how can you know what a man is? You know, You Are Beautiful was part of that show where I spoke about my girlfriend who was a quote unquote trans woman. A trans woman. I'm heaving watching that. What are you watching? Oh, you're watching the World Cup. Is that alcohol in a camel bladder? It looks pretty bad, doesn't it? It looks bad. It looks bad. It's chocolate. Basically, it's chocolate. It's chocolate milk. But maybe I should have stirred it up or something. I should have. I just thought you just pour it. I pay a service charge. I pay a service charge. They don't come in and do my. You know what it is? It's those people who are living in the council flats, the rented council flats. They get new kitchens. They've got new kitchens put in. Do you think it would be that much money? 10,000 pounds a year to heat 24 degrees. Is that true? Does that sound right? Are you sure about that, Paul? That's about 800 pounds a year, a month, including the warm summer days. I can't even say warm summer months. We drink out of camel bladders in Norfolk. Yeah, you can have a good time. You want to go to a cafe in Norfolk and just sit in a warm spot, and drink, and then be with a girl that you love, or maybe a girl that you want to love you, or maybe the girl that wants to love you, and just sit there and look at her on top of council tax. Yeah, on top of the council tax, you pay the council tax, then you have to pay for service charge. Service includes cleaning up the estate. I don't even know what the service charge is for. I paid 6,000 a year service charge, and still had to pay for my heating. Yeah, well, oh my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't know how much my service charge is. That's a good question. Let me see if I'll find my records here, but I'm not going to show you my address. Here we go. It's right here. Everything is in order. Everything is in order. Let's see what it is. Oh my God. Oh my God. I've got to actual service charge. Letters of claim. No. That's not it. I'm a little bit disorganized here. Oh, here we go. This is last year. This is to March. This is last year. You get a bill like this. Don't look at the address. Don't look at the address. Let's get a light on this thing. Let's get a light. My heating and hot water is 1,788 pounds. So we have basically free hot water, I think. I think to heat that water. Plus, I've got to pay money to Thames Water, I think. 1,700. Estate upkeep, this is a year. Estate lighting. Then they charge 345 pounds for their profit. Repairs, 285. I've got to make sure that I pay this thing. I don't know. I'm falling behind. Does that sound like a lot of money? Heating and hot water, 1,788 pounds. So I pay every year 3,806 pounds. Should I be talking to these people this openly? I'm not sure. 38.6. So they estimated it at. Actually, they reduced it by 600 pounds. 600 pounds. Sorry, was that not interesting? I apologize. I apologize for that. Anyway, I apologize. I don't know if any of you people understand that. I'm going to marry Gary. How is your Dominic Frisbee? That was way ahead of its time, and you look lovely. I did. I actually thought I looked okay. Yeah, with the makeup. It was really good. Dominic is quality. And it was great working with Lee. The whole thing was good. I'm going to marry Gary. That's Dominic Frisbee. Yeah. I know what you mean. The king thinks that we owe the world open borders because we have caused climate change. He thinks it's our duty to let people in. Yes, Fontenay. That's like horrible. I like this. I like this drinking, doing a show. Like, what have you people done to the world except bring them education and bring them wealth and banking and universities? What have you people done? Every place that you've been is a better place because you've been there. You know, that's what people need to say about this country. It's a great country. It's the greatest country in the world because you created all the good bits in the world, especially the greatest country, which is America. You created America. I've been to Australia. The more English it is, the better it is. I've been to New Zealand. The more British it is, the better it is. What about Canada? You know, all these places, even the places that aren't very British, are still made better. 3,200 is a bargain for all that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sounds like a bar. Maybe it does. I don't know. And it's nice to be told it's a bargain, but I'm not going to stop complaining. 35 pounds a week for heating and hot water reduced it because you're not showering, Lewis. That's true. I'm not showering. I used to live with a man here, and he just spent hours and hours and hours showering. Hours and hours and hours showering. And I think one of the reasons why it's so warm here is because we've got a lot of foreigners who like a warm weather. Everybody likes warm weather. Anyone who thinks immigration has been caused by climate change is a maniac. I'm with you, Vatanai. Or at least Team World has told them to say that they believe that. It's totally a lie. Climate change, getting warm. F you, stupid people. No climate change. Mother Nature laughs at King Charles. Only a moron could think he knows more than 1 billion years of existence. Billions of years. I'm not sure there's been billions, but maybe there has been billions. The point is, King Charles did not get enough love from his mother. You got to feel for the guy. He did not get the love from his mother. And it can cause... Did you feel you got enough love, producer? Mm-hmm. He thinks he did. Do you think your mother loves you enough?
Stop it.
Do you think she loves you enough?
Stop it.
Stop it. Obviously not. Do you think that I love you? I should have asked that question first. Okay, billions of years, yeah. Hang on. You called us liars on Nunhead Radio earlier. What did I say? Did I call you liars? All liars? What, British people? Yeah, sometimes I think you're the greatest people on earth, and sometimes I think you're not as good as Americans. But that's the way things are. But you British people need to look at them and say no other group of people in the entire world has done as many good things as we have done. I believe that about British people. You can sleep at night and not think, oh my God, we've hurt the world. You've done even better than other European countries, like the Spanish or the French. Go to a country that the French took over. What successful countries have the French taken over, controlled? Do you agree with this, what I'm saying? Lewis, how long have you not showered for? Mark Therosian, thank you for asking. Maybe it's 2. I don't know. And I don't know. 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't keep track of it. Yeah, you don't need to shower. I mean, I think you do. Mark, remember, you're a muscly, younger guy. You're a muscly guy. Or you're not a muscly guy, Mark. So maybe, if you... I do shower, but I don't use any soap. I don't use shampoo. I wash my hands and my private parts. But even then, you don't need to use much soap. Rocket League says, got over to France this Saturday to stop the boats Operation Overlord. Get over to France. I mean, we don't need to. We just need to have a big boat in the whatchamacallit place. What is the place called? The Channel, to stop people from coming. Kaz was tutored by a South African fantasist and possibly pedo Lorenz Vanderpost. I did not know that. I hadn't even thought about him being who was teaching him. His mother wasn't there. She was one of the worst mothers in the history of the world. You know, you could really bad patting the kid on the head, going off on her trips around the world. She didn't care about him. She didn't care. Spain was considered a developing country in the 1970s. Yes. And when the world needed a mother, and Spain was a developing country. Danny Tomo is a grifter. I don't know who he is. I won't go nowhere near Dover. Is he the guy who's going over there? I never heard of this man. No, I didn't get any love from my mother, Claire says. And it made me go the other way until now. Both my daughter are resilient, clever, independent, and beautiful. Yes, if you give your kids attention, I've said this. This is, if you remember one thing about these streams, one thing, because I remember what you tell me, is that if you remember what I say, which is the more time you spend with a baby, with your baby, the less time you have to spend with the adult. That's just a fact. Because when you don't give them enough time, they need more time from you when they're older, and they need that time when they're in prison. In prison. Okay? I see a shower, but I stay away from shower gels. Yes. Yeah, you should not take any of that horrible stuff. I use shaving cream, but it's not, it's not good. Anyway, Stretchy Bacon. Let's see what he has to say. I like Stretchy Bacon. The French destroyed much of the infrastructure when leaving colonies they established. Do you believe that? I'm not sure I believe that. The fact is that they were basically a fascist regime. They didn't believe in democracy or whatever those people believed in. They pretended to. I don't like the French. Maxwell equations on their own are a bigger achievement in their own than all of African recorded histories. You mean Andrew Clark Maxwell? You mean that guy? The reason for this are geographical, not racist, Paul. Yeah, you could say that. It's a warm, you know what it is? Someone said that. I didn't say it, but someone said it about Ecuador, that the country needed a winter. It needed a winter because you run out of food in a winter and you basically have to achieve something. But Andrew Clark Maxwell, after him, according to and Faraday and the other great electricians of the time, after they were gone, the bullshit Einsteinians people took over, and they destroyed the world. Auditors are having a go at each other and falling out all over the place. I know that word auditor is weird. I had a job as an auditor, but it wasn't that. Lewis, when the Queen F-Face returned from a trip abroad, she met Charles when he was a kid and shook his hand. Shook his hand. How I've heard of that. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but I've read that many, many places. Streaky Bacon. That is horrible parenting. You are right, horrible. Charles was also mentored by Mountbatten, who's a terrible pervert. Hey, listen, let's not say bad things about perverts. A terrible pervert, along with his wife. The government kept blocking access to the file that shows how bad Louis Mountbatten was. Yeah. So this is who he's raised with. Raised with bad people. What are you making a face, Joodles? What are you saying, Joodles? Oh, Stretchy. Are you calling him Stretchy? Stretchy. Stretchy. Okay. I actually prefer Stretchy. I'm thinking of used it maybe a different way. Okay. Was decent 5 years ago with active little Yorkie Rose. People united then, now we're fractured. Was decent 5 years ago with active Little vet Yorkie Rose. I don't know. What do you mean by that? Put your glasses on, Lewis. Stretchy. Stretchy bacon. Stretchy. Stretchy, not stretchy. Not streaky. Stretchy. Okay, I can see. I can see. I'm reading here. Can you see I'm reading? I just found it super pleasant stretch. What was super pleasant? French don't have a commonwealth for reason they spitefully destroyed everything in the former colonies. I have not heard that. I have not heard that. Can I Google that, Paul? I should Google it. Stretchy bacon with beaked beads, says Jedster. Let's not say horrible things about perverts. What? Well, they need love. They need love. I don't know. Who is Mountbatten anyway? Who is that guy? That wasn't his dad. That wasn't Prince Philip's dad. Was Mountbatten? Who is Mountbatten? How is he related to the family? Egypt is an exception that had greatness because it had the only navigable river almost year-round. Yes, well, it's about water. Water makes people nicer. Why are the Libyans so not nice and the Egyptians really nice? It's water. What about Ghana? Why are the Ghanaians lovely, lovely, laughing, happy people? Is because of the water. You need water to be lovely. Egypt is the exception, right? Okay, Paul Yoward, good point. Bacon is the best page. Bacon is the best page in the Koran. I don't understand why that's a joke, but I'm not even going to ask. I dare not lean against a mosque for fear of arrest. In his head is going to think. I'm going to think in my head. I'm going to think in my head. I don't understand what we're getting at in this stream. What are we getting at? What are we getting at? I don't even know what we're getting at, bait. What does that mean? I mean, I'm not a great thinker anymore. I'm not a great thinker. We're gonna see whether I'm gonna be able to be funny. I mean, I need to get back to work. Let's work. I need to get back to work. We all need to work. We need to work. This year has been an interesting year we've spent together, has it not? Has it not been an interesting year? A friend of mine was Tunisian. They had bad relations with France because the French wrecked, because France wrecked stuff? No, I don't think that was the case. The French who moved to Tunisia, they thought they were going to live there forever. And the Tunisian says, no, get the hell out. And that caused a lot of animosity with the French people and the Tunisian people. There is no excuse for abuse towards children, no matter who you are, where you've come from. Yes, there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse. It's horrible. Horrible. Louis Mountbatten was a commander in the Navy during World War II. He was terrible at that, right? He was the last viceroy of India. Mountbatten liked young men. He liked young men, very young. Very young. Yeah, I did not know that. But some of these things, it may be true. It may be true. I'm not saying, I agree with you, Claire. There's no excuse for abuse towards children. But we see a lot of abuse. A lot of abuse. Laugh out loud, Lewis. You may not be a great thinker, but you are a great guy. Streaky, I appreciate that. I want you to know this. I want everybody to know this about me, that I try to be a great guy. I try to be, and I think we all need to try to be. I mean, that's why whenever I say something horrible, which is quite frequently about ethnic groups or men or women or whatever, I feel bad about it. Because I know we're all people, but, some people are better than other people. Corsai say, where are you from, Corsai, again? You are superb to us, Lewis. It's hard to believe how humble you fake it. You are faking it. Yeah, no, you didn't say that, but that's true. I'm faking being humble. I think I'm so much better than you people. Let's be honest. right? No, I don't think that necessarily. But thank you very much for saying that. I'm trying to be humble. About a fifth of my posts disappeared, Joodles. I have not seen you commenting, and of course, that comment got censored. I mean, you can't blame me. You can only blame me that I haven't investigated this fully and made more of a stink, Joodles. What did you want to say? Can you write it in a sort of shorthand way or longhand way? You're in Cambridgeshire. There's some beautiful areas in Cambridgeshire. I read a book about the Fens. The Fens. And how the history of the Fens and how the Dutch people came over and they used the same processes they used in Holland or whatever we call the Netherlands to make the war to eliminate the water. The Fens. Do you know anything about the Fens? Course I. Good to see you. And I've been to Ely. And that was an amazing place. It was like it's like an island in a lake of water, and then they drain the water. Are you from Ely? I did that film, that gay film with Leonard Bernstein being gay. Mountbatten was Prince Philip's uncle and the Queen's second cousin, once removed. So he wasn't exactly family, but he was a bit of family. Streaky says, Judas, for sure, I go on more right-wing streams, and it's murder now. People talking in codes. Yeah, maybe they're afraid. They're afraid of what we're saying. It's you, Rube Lewis. Rube? FF sake tube. Oh, I thought you were making a joke. Okay, you could say that, Joodles. You could say that. If you read Private Eye, it will tell you who's who, what's what, and how they get paid to F off elsewhere and carry on their effery for the last century. Yeah, well, that's what people do. They say, you've caused trouble. I mean, I was talking about this the other day about, were we talking about it here? Private Eye has been captured somewhat. Is that true, Claire? Balls bigger than apples, says Corsai. You will be fine in February, 1 month ago. No, it's not 1 month. It's 3 weeks. It's 3 weeks. I mean, I'll have to figure out whether I'm going to say something specifically, be prepared for something, tell the old jokes. I mean, that's what happens. What happens is that unless you prepare constantly, you just have to rely on the old jokes. Lewis, they are afraid of what we are saying, mate. You are correct there, yeah. But what are we saying? We're saying we're not happy. And who are these people? They're a bunch of weak police state people. They're police staters. Look at Starmer, what he's proposing and doing. Eli is pronounced Ely. Okay, Paul, I did not know that. It's not pronounced Eli. Ely. Stop rubbing your eyes. You'll get an infection. The word, I won't get an infection. It will get irritated, which causes inflammation, which is a disease. You're right. But thank you very much, Andrew Rubin. You're right. I don't believe in infection. I don't believe that you can catch something and it grows but an irritation causes. You're right. Thank you I was thinking that myself today. You can't tell the old jokes, Lewis. That's pathetic, says Joodles. People are traveling and staying in hotels for you. Well, how, you know what I mean? It's like Paul Simon's coming. And he hasn't written any new songs in the past decade. What is he going to do? He's going to sing the old songs. So why can't I tell the old jokes and explain why they're not funny anymore? How about that? The Secret Service watched the Mountbatten. They watched the Mountbattens carefully because everyone in government knew what he and she were like, and they were keen to avoid scandals. Okay, well, you could believe that. You could. What? There's my sneeze. Okay. You could believe that, Fatanai. Yes, but that. I don't know. I don't know. What's happening in a month, Lewis? On the 10th of February at Comedy Unleashed in Bethnal Green, you can watch Lewis Schaffer. You can see Lewis Schaffer in person. You can see me from the audience. You can see me afterwards when we sit down and we have a drink. And I probably won't have too many drinks, but we can talk and we can hug each other, and you could see what a complete pervert I am. Yeah. Ely has squirrels for sale in the butcher's. Okay, well, what kind of squirrels are they? Are they gray squirrels, or are they orange squirrels? Red? What are the other kinds? I'm doing Comedy Unleashed class, stand-up comedy. That's what I should be doing. It's kind of exciting. The whole thing is exciting. At times, I've often discussed this, that I'm the most attractive on stage. The most attractive. As I will ever be. I would say this to people, if you don't find me attractive while I'm standing on stage with an audience of people laughing at my jokes, you will never find me attractive. You won't find me attractive when I walk off stage and you won't find me attractive when I walk. And I don't forget how it works. I'm going to have to look at all the jokes. I can't look now because it's too late. I won't go to sleep. But that's like, I'm going to maybe we'll tell that joke. This is my most attractive on stage. Okay. You will be the most charismatic Lewis. I will be. You'll see me and you'll say, you know what? He's always telling me how thin he is, but he looks so good in person. I'll wear a suit too. I look so good. Thank you, Streaky Bacon. He'll probably have the flu by then. I probably will catch the flu. I won't catch the flu. I should stop using that term. But I might get a stress-related cold. I mean, all colds are stress-related, so I shouldn't. Every cold is stress-related. That's what causes a cold. It's either that, well, even schmutz is stress. Lewis, I hope you rip GB News in your stand-up, canceling you for fat joke. It wasn't just a fat joke. It was probably lots of other things. Is the wokest thing no burst? We don't know if that's the truth, but I really do appreciate that. I do appreciate that, Seller, that you saying this, okay? I do appreciate that. Myxomatosis. What is myxomatosis? What is myxomatosis? I don't know what that means. Let me see. I'm going to copy it here, and I'm not going to wait for her to tell me what it means because I need to know right now. What does myxomatosis means? Do you know what that means? It means severe contagious viral disease in rabbits caused by myxomium virus, often spread by biting insects or fleas, leading to fatal swelling around the eyes, genitals, and face. Well, I wouldn't mind having swelling genitals. Around the face, not so much. Though mild forms or resistance exist in some wild populations, vaccination is crucial. They're selling vaccination. It's the same thing with that dog thing that they're vaccinating everybody from. Did we read about that? I read a lot about that. Anyway, we're running out of time, so these will be the last few comments. Okay, no. No, I'm not going to make those jokes. It's a disease for rabbits. Okay. But basically, it's a lie. Look at what it says. Look at what it says right there. That's how you know it's a lie. It's a lie. Vaccine, it's a lie. Whenever you see that, it's a lie. Viral, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. The whole thing is a lie. Okay, so everybody get ready. Guess what the top number of the stream is. Okay? All right? the top number of the stream. I'm going to thank everybody for coming in. We'll find out who the top people are. The top 20 people. Who is Shayna Cook? Is this somebody new? But Corsi is number 19. And there's Mary Ann, who's a favorite of Lewis Schaffer, living there in Peekskill, New York. Hugh Janis is number 17. John Van Dam is 16. Gary Warren is 15. These are quality people. There's Mark Therosian at 14. Keith More Than Conquers is 13. Okay, Andy, not Andy Rubin, but Andy is up at 12. Rocket League 11. Alex is 10. These are quality people. Celaire is at 9. Beautiful Darklands is at 8. And you're more the higher you get, the better I love you. The more I love you. Not that you don't deserve to be loved at a lower level, but whatever. The Jedster is 7. Claire is 6. Streaky Bacon is 5. Okay, this is great. In the home stretch, Vatanai, who was brilliant today. I always read, but I always read what everybody says. But what Vatanai says is very close to agreement of my thinking. The same thing with Judels. She's up there at 3, a top girl. Andrew Rubin is number 2. God bless the Jews. And number 1 is my friend, Paul Yoward. So thank you very much for being here. Let's see, what are the numbers? 29, 19, 27, 26, Judel says. 28, Darkland says 31. So far, so good. Yeah, Paul, yes. Okay, so these are the people. Anybody else? You have to put it down a number in order to win the prize. What is the top number of people watching this? This Mixo thing is a lie. They're probably being misfed, these rabbits. That's what causes all diseases. Misfeeding, not getting enough sun, not running around, maybe living in fear. Who knows what causes it? Who knows what causes it? I would give Mixie to the Royals to stop the breeding, mind you. Okay, Paul says 33. The prize is being alive tomorrow. I can't guarantee that, Judels. I cannot guarantee that. I can't guarantee that. So let's do this. I'm going to tell you who the winner is. Are you ready for the winner? Are you ready? And the winner is... Oh, this is quite interesting. And the winner is... Are you ready to hear who the winner is? The winner is 27. 27. So, Paul, you didn't win. The Jets didn't win. Streaky Bacon said 27. So you win. Streaky Bacon wins at 27. Anybody else say 27? A lot of people didn't write down their numbers here. I don't know why. Celaire at 28, very close, but Streaky Bacon. This has been a great show. This has been the best show we've ever had. Has it been a good show? I don't know whether you think it's been a good show, but it's been very pleasant. And that's what we want to do at this hour. We want to have a very pleasant time. I didn't get that upset. I might have gotten upset. They might have thought I trashed the royal family, or that I trashed the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, or that I trashed Southern Council, or that I trashed the Horniman Museum. But I did not. You just heard me wrong. Okay? We will see you tomorrow. What time am I going to see you tomorrow? At 5 o'clock. You're a winner by being among such fine company. Well, we are a winner being around you, Streaky Bacon. We're a winner. We've had Claire really step up to the plate. Claire without an eye. So that's been brilliant. And Judels has been here paying a lot of attention. And Vatanai, just all great. Corsi, good to see you. Have I forgotten anybody's name here? I don't think I have. You've been really, really great. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Andrew. It's been good. I'm going to say goodbye. Can I say goodbye? I'm going to say goodbye. If you want to write down that I missed your name or something, you can do it now. We're going to be online for another 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. We'll see you tomorrow at, what time are we going to see you tomorrow? At 5 o'clock? We'll see you tomorrow at 5.